Hey, how's it going, everyone? Today we're at Busch Gardens Williamsburg. This is one of my most anticipated parks of the entire trip. Not just because of the ride lineup, just because of the sheer beauty of the park. Just in the parking lot already, it's amazing. I just showed a shot of the whole 360, and yeah, there's some great trees, beautiful plants, and off in the background you can see Tempesto and Apollo's Chariot. Yeah, super excited to be here today. Can't wait to, of course, go ride the rides and see all the different themed areas. I'm sure most of you know, but for those who don't, every section of this park is themed to a different European country. So there's like, England, France, Germany, a bunch of places. I don't remember them all. But yeah, it's gonna be really awesome walking through there, seeing the architecture and the types of food they have and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I'm super excited to be here. I'm gonna get into the park. I'll see you guys once we're in there. I just entered the park, and I guess we're starting out in England, and this is just trippy, man. Like, there's English flags, all the buildings look cool and nice. You can see that one behind me. They got that fountain out there, they got the music going. Like, this is really immersive and awesome. Like, I've never been to England, so I can't really say, but it definitely doesn't feel like I'm just in your regular part of America. Like, this definitely feels different, and it's really cool. It's really well done. And it also doesn't feel like I'm in a theme park trying to imitate something. It just feels like, I guess it's got the atmosphere, So anyway, I'm gonna try to find some rides. I've never been to this park, and I kind of know the layout, but not exactly. But yeah, whenever I get to a roller coaster, I will see you guys there. All right, they just let people into the rest of the park. 90% of people went left towards Sesame Street, so I went towards Scotland. Looks like our first ride of the day is gonna be Loch Ness Monster. It's the aero looper here. Looks like it might be one of the best. So I'm really excited to ride it. Yeah, I'll see you guys after the ride. Alright, just the Loch Ness Monster. The path down past it that connects to the rest of the park is sealed off for some reason. So I couldn't get footage of those double loops yet. But if they are there, that does mean that I was able to go there later and take a video. If not, you really can't see the ride from the path. I got what I could. I know that it's kind of hard to see in some parts, but I tried to get at least a decent shot of the ride so you guys can see what it's all about. But yeah, it's out in the woods, above the water, through tunnels and stuff. It's a great experience. I will say it's not the most intense aero, and it is a little bit janky. It's not like rough, so it's not the best when it comes to those things, but like the experience is really great. 2 lift hills, straight first drop. I don't know if it's a double or a triple helix through the rocks. That was really fun, and yeah, it was just a really fun, enjoyable ride. So I think Viper is the best aero for intensity and layout, and I think this might be the best aero just for like the whole package. So anyway, I'm heading towards Griffin, their dive coaster here. And yeah, this park is so beautiful, man. You guys will keep seeing shots of its beauty. So I'll see you guys at the next ride. They've got some animals here, and I haven't been able to see any yet. Seems like some of them maybe are hiding, but here we have a Harris hawk, and that is a beautiful bird right there. Super cool stuff. All right, worked our way all the way through Ireland. Also beautiful. And now we're gonna ride Griffin in France. Also beautiful. So yeah, B&M dive coaster looks fun. I'll see you guys after the ride. right, just rode Griffin. Great ride. I mean, not like the longest or the craziest, but it was fun. I hear people say all the time, like, oh, there's absolutely no airtime on dives. And like, I mean, I don't know, it's an over-the-shoulder restraint, but like, on both of those vertical drops, I could feel the floating sensation for sure. And I mean, inversions are nothing crazy. I've ridden a million inversions, but it's big, it's fast, it's fun. And the splashdown's really cool too. When you're coming back underneath the track on the way back into the station, you get wet a little bit from the dripping water. So yeah, great ride. I don't know what's up next, but I'm gonna keep exploring this amazing park. I can see Alpengeist right here by Griffin, but I don't know if we can get on that yet. So yeah, I'll see you guys at the next thing. All right, next ride for us today is gonna be Invader. It's a GCI wooden coaster. It doesn't look like big or crazy anything, just kind of like a family coaster almost. But it should still be fun. So I'm gonna get a ride on it. I'll see you guys afterwards. I just got off Invader, nothing crazy. You can see in this little shed right here though, I don't know if you can really see, that's another train in there. They're only running one train. A little bit strange. Sorry, I'm gonna sneeze. Can't help it. But anyway, it's a little bit weird just because they have two trains on all these rides that have like capacity of like 24, 32, 40 riders, whatever. And then on this ride that has a capacity of 12 riders, it's 6 rows of 2, they run one train. Luckily I got over here as soon as this section of the park opened, because that's how they've been doing it. Every 30 minutes they're opening up another section, and at 11 in 10 minutes the whole park will be open. And yeah, it's just a little bit weird because you would think that they'd have 2 trains on this low capacity ride, but you know, it's fine. I still got on it in 5 minutes, so it doesn't bother me, and I'm not going to come back and ride again later because speaking of the ride itself, smallest GCI I've ridden, it's definitely a family coaster like I was thinking, like I've heard. It has straight drop, which is kind of cool and not too usual to see on GCIs, but it still wasn't anything particularly special. Not really any good pops airtime, a couple pops of floater, but no ejector or anything like that, and a little bit of laterals here and there, but nothing to, you know, go on and on about. So anyway, got the credit, it was a fun ride, not going to come back for it. Heading towards Germany now. In 10 minutes, we're gonna get in there, get on Alpengeist, get on for Bolton. Alpengeist is a hyper invert. It's 200 feet tall, and it looks like it could be the best invert. I've heard from some people that it is, so I am super duper looking forward to riding that. So yeah, as soon as Germany opens up, I'm heading that way, get around an Alpengeist, and I'll let you guys know what I think, but it looks awesome. Alright, just got off Alpengeist, and wow, that ride was amazing. Probably my new favorite B&M invert. That first drop really whips you to the side, and honestly, all the elements at the beginning are so large, and they just feel so fast and insane. Like, I forget, I think it's an Immelman, that first element, into that freaking loop. It's just so fast and forceful, like you are hauling, man. And yeah, it's really fun. And in the second half of the ride, after the brake run and the 0G roll, you do that corkscrew into that turnaround, and it's kind of like a terrain coaster. It's really interesting. It's hard to describe unless you like ride it, but there's like rock work and there's like fake snow on the ground and stuff, and you get really close to the ground, and it's great. And this ride just really sticks to its skiing theme really well too. Like, there's little skis on the back of the trains, and the line of the station and everything's awesome. Oh yeah, and that Cobra roll, is like the most aggressive and intense cobra roll I have ever ridden in my life. Like that cobra roll was absolutely insane. It whipped me so hard. So yeah, super tall, super fast, super long. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, I think 5 or 6 inversions. So it's just an all-around solid ride. So yeah, super pleased with that. I think next up is Verbolten, but I don't know for sure. But we're in Germany, so I know that's around here somewhere. But yeah, I'll see you guys at the next ride. All right, Verbolten is indeed up next. This is one of my most anticipated rides of this park and of the trip. It looks absolutely amazing. Indoor and outdoor ride with launches, and I'm super excited to ride it. I will see you guys after and let you know what I think.
Ladies and gentlemen, in keeping with Busch Gardens' commitment for a safe and comfortable visit for all of our guests, smoking and using e-cigarettes is...
Oh man, oh man, oh man, Verbolten, that was absolutely amazing. Got a back row ride because the row 1 wait was ridiculous, but I'm not going to spoil anything. You guys got to ride this ride. I know a lot of you who are watching this, my friends and family, are all the way out in California, but it's worth coming to Virginia to go to King's Dominion Busch Gardens. So I'm not going to say what happens. All I'm going to say is this. The launch is great. Both the outdoor and indoor sections, great. It's a freaking completely dead weekday, and they're still running either 3 or 4 trains, and they have more, like 2 more trains off the track, and it seems like they have a dual station type thing. So I bet you even on busy days this thing eats up people. It's probably a capacity machine, but that ride was phenomenal, man. Great airtime on that drop that you guys saw on that second outdoor section. In the indoor section, there's a couple surprises. I'm not going to spoil what happens, like I said, but it is absolutely amazing. It caught me off guard. It didn't scare me, but I was like not expecting it at all. What happens? Those who know, don't post in the comments because I don't want nothing spoiled for nobody. But you know what I mean. But yeah, amazing ride. Beautiful park once again, man. Walking over the like river type area right now, just absolutely phenomenal. So yeah, if I kept going, I'd keep saying the same stuff. Great ride, phenomenal, amazing. But I'm not gonna keep wasting your time. I'll see you guys at the next thing. All right, we are heading into the Italy section of the park. It looks like it is the absolutely most stacked of the park. Germany had Alpengeist and Verbolten, which were both great rides. This part of the park has 3 rides. They have the Skyrocket too, which I know that's gonna be fun, but not like anything compared to Alpengeist or Verbolten. But they have Pantheon, which we're about to ride next, I believe, which is an amazing multi-launch coaster. And they also have Apollo's Chariot, the B&M Hyper. Plus, they also have, what's it called? Escape from Pompeii, I believe it's called. And that's just a water ride, but the theming on that ride looks absolutely fabulous. So anyway, I'm gonna get on one of those rides. I think Pantheon, but you guys will see. I'm super excited regardless though. Oh my gosh, there's the vertical spike on Pantheon. It looks amazing. You can see it right there. Massive. All right, I'll see you guys once we get on the next ride.
All personal belongings left in the bins. Thank you for riding Pantheon, and enjoy the rest of your day at Busch Gardens. Boarding guests. take a step back. The gates are now closing. Please let go of your harness so it may be checked for you at this time. During your ride, remain seated, keeping your hands on the ladder with your arms and legs head back against the headrest at all times.
Alright, I just got off Pantheon. That is definitely the best ride in the park so far. I still have to ride Apollo's Chariot and Tempesto. I don't know if those can really beat this though. This ride is really good at just keeping you out of your seat, whether it's hang time or floater air time or ejector air time, crazy laterals, whatever it is. It was great. All 4 launches were super punchy. Once you hit that switch track, the first time you go up that hill, you don't really get that much air time. But when you're coming back through the backwards launch over that little bump, it was like crazy backwards ejector. I was not expecting it. And up that spike, you get good floater. And then back through that little hump again on the way back up the spike, completely insane. Not spike, sorry, the top hat. Crazy ejector. And over the top hat, it slows down a lot at the top. When you're coming back down, I rode in the back row, and you absolutely just fly out of your seat. And on both those inversions, you get insane hang time, so you're just completely out of your seat on those two. So yeah, absolutely great ride, great launches, great inversions, great airtime, all around great. And just a lap bar, no seatbelt, plenty of airtime room with that lap bar. Super comfortable and great. So yeah, just an awesome ride altogether. I'm looking at a sign and it looks like Tempesto is closed. Super unfortunate, because if I ever come back here, it's not gonna be for a long time. I definitely do want to come back here because this is a great park, but it always sucks when you only have 8 or 9 roller coasters and one of them's closed, because you don't even have that many already. So it is a bummer. Thankfully, just the Skyrocket too. I'm glad it wasn't like Verbolten or Pantheon or a bigger ride. I would definitely, out of all the rides here, be closed, rather be Tempesto, because I've ridden a million Skyrocket 2s, but it does suck a little bit. On that note though, we're gonna go ride Apollo's Chariot, because that is right here as well. Like I thought, they're all right by each other. So yeah, time to ride the original B&M Hyper, first one of its kind. It does look fun. It doesn't look insane. The first drop doesn't look too steep, but you know what? I'll let you guys know how it is after I ride it. So I'll see you guys then. Alright, just got off Apollo's Chariot. I do gotta say, I'm not that impressed really. It was a pretty weak ride. Definitely the weakest B&M Hyper I've ridden. I don't know, it's just there wasn't really much airtime. I rode it in the back and the front to be sure, because I got off my first ride in the back and I was like, yeah, that was okay, but not great. And then I rode in the front and it was even worse. Well, it's not bad though, that's the thing. I'm not trying to say it's bad. I'm not trying to freak out. It was a fun ride. But really on the first drop, there was mild floater in the back and no airtime on the front. And over every hill, honestly, it was better than the back. Basically no airtime in the front, but just a little bit of airtime, like nothing crazy, you know? So I think it's worse than Raging Bull. I think it's the worst Hyper. It was the first crack at it, and of course B&M got better with their Hypers over time. So yeah, still a fun ride, still glad it got the credit. I'm not gonna rewrite it again because I got my 2 rides on it, that's fine. I saw, what's it called, the Skyrocket. I'm drawing a blank right now, Tempesto. I saw them testing it. The sign said it's closed for the whole day, so I really don't know if it's gonna open. I'm gonna hope it's gonna open, but I mean, I want the credit, but it's a Skyrocket, so hopefully that'll open. But yeah, Apollo's Chariot, fun, but nothing impressive. So yeah, I'll see you guys once the next thing happens. All right, Tempesto was baiting me earlier. It's open now, so I'm gonna get the credit. Super glad Tempesto opened back up because I was able to get all the coaster credits now. The only one left is, I think it's like a Grover themed roller coaster in the Sesame Street themed area. Hopefully they'll let me on it. It is like a family / kiddie ride, but yeah, it's a Skyrocket too, Tempesto, so it was nothing crazy. But Phobia at Lake Compounce and I believe Superman at Discovery Kingdom only have 2 cars. This one has a third car on it, so in the back row you get way more whip. I've ridden them in the front row before, so I actually rode this one in the back just because I wanted to see. And yeah, that hang time is still great at the top, but when you go down that vertical drop and then it snaps to the right, the comfort collar does dig into your neck a little bit. I hate the comfort collars, but you get some insane ejector and lateral at the same time. So super fun ride, super great. It's getting so hot, so I'm planning on going to ride, I'm drawing a blank again, Pompeii soon. To hopefully get wet. I don't normally do water rides when I'm wearing pants because I don't like my pants being wet all day, but it's so hot out here, I need to get wet. So anyway, yeah, I'll see you guys once we get over there, and then we gotta get the kiddie coaster credit if they'll let us on. All right, next up I'm gonna ride Pompeii. Hopefully I'm gonna get completely soaked, but yeah, this ride looks amazing. Super beautiful. It looks like Italy, like the water and everything. The water's so blue, you guys will see. So yeah, I'm gonna enjoy the ride. I'll see you guys after. All right, I just rode Escape from Pompeii, and that ride was perfect, man. First of all, really awesome theming. Once you get up there, there's a bunch of fire and there's stuff falling down and breaking. It's really awesome. You can literally feel the heat from the fire, like it's warm. I've already said this in some of my older videos, but once I get back from my trip, I'm gonna add like links to all the what's it called, the videos in the upper corner. So once that's done, you guys will be able to see those POVs. If you're watching this ride when it comes out, I won't be there. But yeah, I definitely encourage you guys to watch all the POVs of these rides and roller coasters. Because yeah, that was astonishing. Like, better theming than any Six Flags or Cedar Fair park for sure. And I will say that SeaWorld parks, which obviously Busch Gardens is owned by SeaWorld, and Cedar Fair parks put Six Flags to shame, man. Like, literally, it's a weekday. During school season, and they're running 2 to 3 trains on everything except for Invader, but still everything, and every single ride is open. Like, that is amazing. Six Flags, I don't think there's been one Six Flags park I've been to where everything's open. Actually, yeah, either a kiddie ride's been open or one of the main rides has been open or whatever. But yeah, it's been pretty shameful. But Cedar Fair, not all their parks, but a few of their parks, and so far SeaWorld putting that to shame. But actually, one thing I do have to say about that ride, it was the perfect amount of soakage. Like, literally, my butt and my legs are dry, so I don't have to worry about my pants. It got my chest and my face drenched, which is exactly what I want because I'm super hot out here. So, yeah, super great ride, super great park. I'm gonna see if I can get on the kiddie coaster here at the Sesame Street section, and then I'll have all the coaster credits. And I'm definitely gonna get some re-rides because I paid just over $100 to be here, including the ticket and parking. And I mean, that's not bad for how great of a park this is. It's definitely worth it. But I'm gonna get my day's worth out of it. So yeah, we're going to the Sesame Street section of the park. I'll see you guys once we see if we can get on the kiddie coaster. I just got off the kiddie coaster. They let me ride it. Super nice. 246 credit. Coaster credit. Sorry. So, at Carowinds, my 4th ride, which I plan on making free, will be 250. Yeah, every ride open here. Super awesome. But yeah, nothing special on that ride. Just a double helix to the left, single helix to the right, over. Kiddie ride, don't expect anything great, but I got the credit, and that's all I wanted it for. So that's all the coasters here. Like I said, 246 credits, pretty good. Gonna hit 250 soon. And yeah, I'm just gonna go around. I'm gonna skip re-rides on some rides like Griffin, Invader, you know, nothing, Loch Ness Monster, like nothing crazy, but I definitely wanna ride Alpengeist, Verbolten, Pantheon. Again, those ones specifically. And I wanna give the log ride a go. So yeah, I'm gonna go get those re-rides. I'll see you guys and update you guys along the way. All right, time to give the log ride, Le Scoot, a ride. Let's see if it's good. All right, Le Scoot wasn't bad. Literally lift hill, turn, small drop, turn, big drop. So not the most complicated layout, but I will say that last drop was fun. The last drop didn't really get me wet. There's a little tiny like 1 foot drop after the last drop to get you back in the station. That actually got me more wet, but didn't really get my face wet, mostly my legs, which sucks, but not really that much, so I'm fine. I'm not too terribly wet in the areas I don't want to be. So anyway, right by Alpengeist, gonna go ride that again, then gonna go ride Verbolten again, then I'm gonna look for some merch because I want some shirts, and yeah, we're gonna keep going from there. So I'll see you guys over at Alpengeist. Yeah, after riding Alpengeist one more time in the back row, that's the best invert I've ridden. I do still need to go to Florida and ride Montu at Busch Gardens, Tampa. Could be better, but as of right now, so good, so good. All right, after Alpengeist just now, I'm heading over to Verbolten again. I got an Alpengeist shirt. I wanted to get a Pantheon shirt, but unfortunately these are the two they had. They had one that said Pantheon, and it was like an orangish, creamish color, and I liked it a lot. It just had the logo, and it said opening day, which I was not here opening day, so I'm not gonna buy that. And the other one was an awesome Pantheon logo, but it was a white shirt, and the logo was on the back, so the front was literally just a plain white shirt. And I don't know if you know about plain white shirts, but you wear that, you spill anything red on it, that shirt's done, stained forever. So I don't mess with white shirts. So, bit of a bummer. If they just had a black shirt with the Pantheon logo, no other crap on it, buy it, easy, easiest purchase of my life, but they don't, so I'm just going with the Alpengeist shirt. But it's all right, it's still cool, and Alpengeist is probably my second favorite ride of the park after Pantheon too. So yeah, you'll probably see me wearing that Alpengeist shirt sometime soon on the span of this trip. But anyway, I'm gonna ride Verbolten again. I'll see you guys after that. All right, just got off back-to-back rides on Verbolten. I waited for the front the first time, only had to wait like 1 or 2 extra cars worth it, and then got the back the second time. I will say the launches and the dark section in this ride are a little bit better in the front, just because you get that sense of speed. But the big surprise, and if you've ridden, you know what I'm talking about, I'd say it's better in the back, just because you really don't see it coming. Like in the front, you can kind of get a glimpse of like light, if you know what I mean. And also that drop into the second launch is super intense in the back. It whips you, and that drop off the freaking bridge in the back is insane. And in the front, no airtime on either of those moments. So I would say this ride is definitely better in the back. Ride it in the back first, then after you've experienced it in the back and experienced the surprise, then ride it in the front and experience those launches in the front. But definitely a back row ride. And once again, please, if you've ridden this ride, don't spoil it for those who haven't. And for those who haven't ridden this ride, once I get home and edit this, I will put the POV. I wouldn't recommend watching it unless you want to have yourself spoiled. So come here and ride the ride first, then check that out. So anyway, I definitely want to get one more ride on Pantheon, and then I think that might do it for Busch Gardens today, just because it is very hot out here. And I gotta drive all the way to Carowinds for tomorrow, I believe. I'm gonna try and go there. They're only open 5 to 10, but I can probably ride 3 rides and then Fury in that time to make Fury number 250. So yeah, I'm gonna go get on Pantheon. I'll see you guys over there. All right, just got off of 2 rides on Pantheon, and man, that ride's excellent. I think it's, I wouldn't say top 10, but it's definitely gotta be in my top 25. The airtime is just so good and sustained. The launches are amazing. By the way, I rode it once in the front, once in the back. I don't know if I already said that. And I definitely think it's a front row ride. The launches feel way more powerful with the wind in your face. And believe it or not, the airtime's actually better, because when you go over that top hat, you get completely ejected out, and all the way down too, you remain out of your seat. Versus in the back, over the top, you don't get airtime, but going down, you get ejector. So in the front, it's way more sustained and just better in my opinion. That's not a common opinion for me. Typically, I prefer rides in the back, and that ride is still amazing in the back. And when you're coming backwards from that first launch and you go over that little bunny hill, you do get freaking launched in the back. But yeah, definitely a front row ride. I am dying of the heat right now. I've ridden every ride here I want to ride. I've got my shirts, and so I think I'm gonna head out of the park. It's bloody hot, and I don't know if I can take it much longer. So I really enjoyed this park, Busch Gardens Williamsburg. You gotta come out here and check it out. Pantheon, Verbolten, and what's it called? I'm drawing a blank right now. Alpengeist, all elite rides. You gotta come ride them. And King's Dominion, an hour down the road. Obviously, I vlogged those the other day. such a great park here and a great park there, and definitely worth the trip, worth the money and time, of course. So yeah, I'm heading to Carowinds tomorrow, so I appreciate you guys all watching. Leave a like on the video if you enjoyed, and subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I will see you guys all at Carowinds tomorrow. Peace.